first step in brewing CONTEA is to ensure that you have completed the cleaning steps in the previous video. Before you begin brewing, you will want to check for the following items. The correct brew basket. You want to make sure that the brew basket you're using has a small diameter hole and that it is in place. This screen, if it has a very large hole, or if this screen is missing, you will not brew good tea. Ensure that your hot water and your cold water have both been calibrated to the correct settings. You will want to ensure that you have good water pressure coming into the unit. You will want to check the machine. If there is a green ready light, you will want to make sure that the light is on. You will also want to make sure that your machine brews at or above 198 degrees through the hot water side of the machine. You will want to ensure that you have the correct size filter. A tea filter is larger than a normal coffee filter. Remove the brew basket. Simply place the filter into the basket, pushing it around to all the sides, squaring it up. Make sure the filter is not doing this number, not laying over to the side, which would cause it to not brew correctly. Once the filter is in place, one bag of CONTEA. In the very corner, you will see a little split. This is made so that you can easily tear the side of the bag, like so. Dump the tea into the basket. Make sure that you shake the bag to get the last of the tea out. You want to take the brew basket and shake it back and forth a little bit so that the tea settles evenly across the bottom of the basket. Slide the basket into the rails. Very important step. Remove the canister lid. Hit the start button. You're now brewing tea. The next step in brewing iced tea, if you're brewing sweet tea, is when to place the sugar into the container. We recommend 32 ounces of sugar for a 3-gallon brew. We also recommend that you place the sugar at the beginning of the hot concentrate steep process before the cold water dilution cycle begins. Pour the sugar in. The next step in brewing sweet tea is the stirring process. A spoon, a whisk, whatever your preference is. Simply stir the tea across the bottom. The reason we put the sugar in during the hot cycle before the cold cycle is this allows the heat of the product to break down the sugar. It dissolves completely. It makes a more balanced sweet tea product. If you're brewing unsweet tea rather than sweet tea as demonstrated in this clip, simply remove the sweet tea steps. We now have begun the cold water dilution process. Once the cold water dilution brewing cycle and the hot steep brewing cycle has ended, you will want to take a cup and pull off tea off the spigot, pour it back into the top of the canister. The reason for this, there may be some sugar concentrate lodged in this spigot area. This flushes it out so that the first cup of tea that you serve would not be heavy with sugar. Replace the tea canister lid back onto the canister. The last step in brewing tea is to drink it. That's good sweet tea.